Good morning. Good morning and happy Sunday. Happy fireworks day, bonfire day, but more importantly, my sister's birthday. And it's a big one, a very big one. She's very old, she told me. So she's very old today. And I don't think she'll be watching because she's having a lovely weekend, but we're looking forward to seeing her tomorrow. So if you are, hello. So we've got a blank canvas here today. It is the last Christmas card kit for 2023. I will be doing more kits and they will be Christmas orientated, but this is the last Christmas card kit because I'm kind of thinking that we really need to step up a bit. We've given you loads of kits in the last 2 or 3 months, Christmas orientated, so we really need to get on with working. No good just having those kits. And so subsequently, I've got a very nice and very wow one for you today. And it's a really, really good offer because you have got 2 items in your full pack. So let me show you first of all, this is where you need to go in order to get it. In your pack, you will have a 7x7 card blank and envelope, of course. You will have 3 sheets of A4 cards, and that is a gold, a black, and a hammered white. You know what we're like. We like our silver and blues and things, but we're always talking, or I am always talking about classy, black and gold and white. And that's what I thought we'd go for our last one, to make it a real, yeah. You will also be getting, so that's the basics really, because you will also be getting 2 items. And these are they. So you will be getting a completely full stamp set from the lovely Phil Martin, Sentimentally Yours. It's called Snowflakes Sentiment Corners, Borders, I beg your pardon, Borders. You've got 6 stamps in all that all come in a line. If you can see that there like that. So you've got Just for You at Christmas, Have a Wonderful Christmas, Christmas Blessings for You, Wishing You Peace and Joy, From Our Home to Yours, and A Happy New Year, which clearly goes with Just for You at Christmas and A Happy New Year, Have a Wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year, blah, 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 blah. So you get that complete stamp set, which is worth £14 altogether. And then on top of that, you get Mary. Mary's lovely. She's worth £10 as well. £10 of anyone's money, I say. And she's a beautiful festive frame. 3 dies in the pack. I'm going to give you a little tip with those. So you will actually be getting both of those items and all your card and everything. You've, apart from not a card blank, you have got enough to be doing at least 2 cards of this particular design. So a really value for money one, I reckon. And what will we be making? Well, I'll bring in one of the finished samples and show you. This is what we will be making. So the sentiments on the outside are completely up to you. You can choose whatever you want to put on there, obviously. I've done this one as Have a Wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year, but it mixes and matches, as I said. Not sure that that's actually showing very well, but it is gold, I can assure you. It's black and gold, and then beautiful Mary sitting in the middle. She also looks equally as lovely, cut out in all different colours. I'd started, but I haven't finished this one in mauve, and she looks equally lovely. If I put her there, in mauve as well. But that I thought was not quite ideal because you might not have a mauve stamp at home. Sorry, ink pad. So there you go. So she looks equally lovely in any colour. So I'm going to, first of all, do some stamping. And then I'm going to show you the top tip for Mary. And there you go. The kits are available over on the MaximumCrafts.com website. They are limited, only in as much as they're not limited by me, they're limited by what the stock is at the suppliers. So once it is gone because it is an older type stock. Obviously Phil hasn't been with creative expressions for some while now, so it is limited, I'm afraid, but still there are plenty, there are a load, but just saying, once it's gone, it's gone. So that's where you need to head over to. So let us start then with our stamp set to start off with. And as I said, we've got 6 stamps, and we need to take our card blank. Oh, card blank. That's a card blank. Which one shall we go for? Just for you at Christmas, shall we? Yeah, I think we go just for you at Christmas, which is this one at the top. So I'm just going to take that off. Now, you do really need, ideally, a stamping platform for this, but I kind of guessed that most of you do have such a thing in your stash these days. We're going to do the same one all the way around. Let's make sure it's around the right way. So I'm going to put it down onto my card and kind of making sure that it's more or less halfway. Now, halfway for this 7x7 card is so that it's approximately 2.5 centimetres in, so 1 inch in from each side. And so in terms of how far down, I'm just making sure that the top of my design is actually make sure it's onto the card. Hopefully you can see that okay. And try my best to line it up. So the kits will be going out to you from Wednesday, this week, from Wednesday the 8th of November. So just to make sure that you are aware that they are not ready to go yet. Obviously they have to be made up to order. And there's only me this week, so it's going to take me a little while to do. So I'm stamping with VersaFine ink, which is in Onyx Black. But this would equally look nice if you're someone that likes to do a bit of embossing. This would equally look lovely if you were to do it in gold embossing powder. That would look really yum as well. So I stamp it up there. I then turn my card round completely one way and I ink up again. And this will now start to give me this border all the way around, which is a really lovely effect. You don't need to move the stamp if you've got your platform. If you haven't got a platform, you've just got acrylic block, you can easily do it, but you do just have to be a little bit more careful. The stamping platforms that are around just take all the hard work out of measuring and all that sort of thing. So I'm just going all the way around. Oh, the only thing I need to do is to make sure that my card is in this top corner. Go over with my trusty blackboard eraser and then pop that into place, just holding that there. And one more time, so that I've then got my complete square borders all the way around. Again, this would look lovely, as I showed you in the mauve, in different colours. It just enhances it in every way. I have to be careful because the ink is going to be a little wet just for a while. And so that, I think, will look pretty lovely. I'm liking that already, to be honest with you. I don't know about you. I hope you do too. Now, how are we going to then set up the rest of it? Well, let's cut out Mary first. Let's have a look at our Mary. So let's put that to one side whilst that dries off. Now, I've already cut a piece of the gold card, and I've only cut it so that it is as big as Mary. So it's about 10 by 10, but that's because it's actually a scrap of Mary, a scrap of gold, whoops, as opposed to needing to cut out a certain size, but just about fits in there. I just noticed a rogue piece in there still. So I'm going to tape her down and I'm going to run her through my machine, but I'm going to show you how you can emboss this. I'm going to have to bring in my machine to do that, but I'm just going to cut it out first. So let me just do that a second. Bear with me. Okay, so I've cut it out, and if I turn it over, you can see that it's beautifully cut out. No problem at all with that. But I would like to have a little bit more definition on the pattern. You've got the most beautiful pattern. I'm not going to take it out of the die because that's the whole point. But you have, believe me, got a beautiful pattern of poinsettias and whatever it is, just pattern already. But I want to get some more definition to it. So how do we do that? So I have a Spellbinders machine, and I'm going to purely go by what they say on here, and that is how to emboss a cut shape. So what I need for that is the platform, tick, that's this. Then I need my cut paper already, tick, so I'm not taking it out, I've stuck it in there, not moved it. And it's got to go upside down, which does always seem to me to be a really odd thing that we have to do. It has to go upside down, and we then use our embossing mat to press our card further into the die to get that beautiful area. So tan embossing mat, or in my case, not a tan one, an ordinary one, and then the blue embossing. Now, if you've got a Gemini, you've already got all of these items here. It will be with the rubber mat and the embossing sheet. If you've got a Go Press, they're all have their own quirky ways. I do like the fact that at Spellbinders, it actually tells you, and instead of me trying to find the actual instructions, they're there. Yeah, that helps. So I'm going to place that down there, cut side up, so it looks as if I'm going to be cutting in to this piece of rubber, but I'm not. Place that over the top, and then place that over the top of there. Whoops. And I'm just going to run that through my machine. Hold on a second. Just bear with me. It runs through really easily, and so much so that you think that I can't possibly have made any difference. But when I actually now take this out, it does make a huge difference, and it's well worth giving it a go. Don't know if you can now see that it's got beautiful details on there, and well worth putting it through. Even embosses this middle bit here, which I think is really lovely, and as I said, well worth doing. But equally, it gives a very nice pattern even if you don't do that. So I wouldn't worry if you're feeling, oh, don't think I can do that. So I've cut that out. Use my gorgeous pokey tool, which we've still got back in stock. Oh, excuse the phone for ringing. And I'm just going to put all these little bits out of there. And then I have taken already the second die here. So this is die number 2, and that's die number 3. And I've taken the single one on its own and cut that from a piece of my white hammered card. Hold on, I can't pick it up. Like that. And then I've also taken the 2 of those together and cut out this piece, which needs poking out as well. So let's do that as well. So those 2 pieces, I haven't bothered to put this one through the embossing. It wouldn't make any difference because the pattern is not a deboss pattern. It's just cut out a very lacy inner piece. So it's looking pretty good there. So I'll just take out all those pieces. Make sure I've got them all. Yeah, I've got my beautiful Mary there. Just scoop these pieces together. And bring in my card again. So here's my card blank. So I have taken my black piece of card and I've cut a piece out which is 10.5 centimetres square. That would be 4 inches otherwise if you were doing it in inches. I've then taken a piece of gold, which I'm then going to stick straight onto my black piece. And that piece is 3 3/4 inches or 10 centimetres, whichever way you're working. So just a little bit smaller, like so. Just press that down on there. I don't know why I'm pressing it on here, because I haven't attached it. Let's take that to one side. Then I've taken a piece of white card, the hammered card. So that's either 3.5 inches, if you're working in inches, or 9.5 centimetres square, and pop that into the centre like that. Because I'm now going straight onto shiny card, just going to give that a second or two to grab. And whilst that is grabbing, I should put that to one side, bring Mary back in. And I need to stick Mary's middle onto my white piece here. So this is obviously exactly the same size. And I'm just going to pop that straight onto there. Whoops. Oh, get out of the way. So a little bit of glue onto the back. Try not to get too much. So I think this year I've really gone for simplistic cards, but that are easy to replicate. As you know, if you've been with us before, all of the card kits come with a downloadable link to the written and illustrated, written and illustrated instructions by our lovely June Smith. So thank you as always, June. And they are sent a few days after, well, once more or less, once the actual item has been sent out. And as I said, that will be from Wednesday, the 8th of November, this Wednesday. Turn it over. Now I've got to do my foam, haven't I? So I'm going to be putting my foam a little bit on the back of the middle of Mary. Oh, gosh. And then pop that with a little bit of glue onto the middle of that. So that's Mary in all her glory. Beautiful. Then I'm going to put a little bit of foam onto the back of Mary herself. But I haven't squashed that bit. Just a little bit I did. Let's take that off of the back. Actually, I will put tape on the back of this first, because of course I'm foaming it all, but these can also be completely and utterly flat. I always think they look better with a bit of foam on, but if you prefer, they can go completely flat on here. It's a small area, and so it doesn't make masses of difference, but I think that it does look very nice nevertheless, just to have a bit of oomph on it. So again, when you get this home, you can make yours in any colour you like. You have, of course, got what you call a starter pack, really, with the colours, but you can use your imagination. Now, when I bring this in, we've got the same sentiment all the way round, but I just want to make sure that I want it as a top folding one. Obviously, if you do make it so that the words are slightly different, so that they say something as you're going around, you make sure that the one that you want it to start off with is at the top. So hence why I'm checking on that. And again, to me, that looks even lovelier. You could have in the centre here all sorts of things as well. You don't just have to have the sentiments. You could go on further and do some of the Christmas trees or something like that. And then Marvellous Mary, she gets popped into the centre like that, just like that. There you go. You couldn't have an easier Christmas card than that. As I said, I think it's enhanced by putting a new technique in for you, so that you, well, not a new technique, but another technique in for you, so that you can have a try and emboss your dies, giving a really deep and crisp pattern. But equally, it will still look as lovely without those patterns on, and the centre, you don't have to worry about that either. So that is your November Christmas card kit, available now over here at maximumcrafts.com. And it is only available though whilst the stocks last. So if you are thinking of it, I would go and grab it. It is the last Christmas card kit of this year, but not the last kit. I will be doing 2 or 3 more before the end of the year. So you won't have missed out on kits, but you will if you're looking for a Christmas card kit, okay? Because this will be the last one. So pop over to the website there. You will also find we've got nearly all of the easy frames back in stock. I have to say that the the SF7, which is suitable for a 7-inch card, this one, is not available at the moment. I didn't realise that I'd sold out of that. I think you all eat them. But nevertheless, you might like to pop over to there. They will be getting a couple more deliveries in before Christmas, so the 7s will be back, along with next weekend, which is going to be the 12th of November, will be the launch of another big set. Big set, frame set, I should have said, not necessarily big set, frame set. Now, because it's Remembrance Sunday, I won't be live for 2 minutes. So I will wait until 2 minutes after 11. I usually try to be particularly pedantic about what time I go live, and I certainly still will be next Sunday because it's Remembrance Day, but it won't be therefore until 2 minutes past 11. But I will be bringing you the new frame set then, all being well. So until then, have a really good time. I can't tell you any secrets. Jeanette has asked what new size shape frames are coming. No, you have to wait. Already have to wait for that one. So yeah, it's I kind of think it's almost my favorite one, kind of. I hope you agree. But yeah, I'm looking forward to showing you that one, and that will be next Sunday the 12th. I will also be back on the 8th, this Wednesday, with another little something for you, already designed and keen to show you, but I can't show you now. So as I said, Wednesday the 8th, be back with you, and next Sunday, don't think that I'm not around or that the sound's not working or anything else. I will be here, but I will not be saying anything until 2 minutes past 11. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Take care. Have a nice rest of the weekend, and I will see you very, very soon. Okay, thank you, everyone. Bye.